get involved. We're going to be talking transfers now. Some big ones happening. Newcastle signed Sven Botman, £37 million. What does that mean for your football club? Signing some big players. Jesus is done to Arsenal. It's a kick in the teeth for Spurs fans because I think that's a great signing from Arsenal. I really do. Rafinha's going to Chelsea. Now, for me, Rafinha is a big loss for Leeds. I'm worried about Leeds United next season. I've got a sneaky feeling that Leeds could go down. They lost Calvin Phillips. They've lost Rafinha, your two best players. That's not looking good when you're going into a new season with a manager who's trying to get a team together, who struggled through at the end but got it done. I mean, that's going to be a big problem. 03717 22 33 But look, before we go into transfers, Jermaine, Mo Salah, look, you've played for Liverpool, you've been at a football club, you know what it's about. He's going into the final year of his contract. Still hasn't signed a new deal. Yeah. You've seen Mane leave. Yeah. Now, they recouped their money with Mane. He's a good bit of business, been at the football club. He wanted to go in the end for whatever reasons. I'm sure it will come out, but I think it was down to money. Mo Salah could go on a free. Yep. Now, that is unacceptable. Now, and Liverpool have set the benchmark of how to do business as a football club, and they've done it brilliantly. But they've got to get this sorted out because Mo Salah cannot leave that football club on a free.
It's a really tricky one because we've lost. Well, Liverpool have lost Mane. You can't lose Salah as well in the same season because that will be taking.
But they're not going to let him. They won't let him leave now. Will
they? Yeah. Well, I'm not going to sell him. But so if he doesn't want to sign a contract, then there's nothing else they can do than to let that contract run out.
Yeah, but just pay him what he wants. Keep him at the football club. I don't understand. I don't get it. You're talking about Liverpool, and now one of the biggest clubs in the world. That always have been, but the benchmark that they've set in terms of what they're expecting to achieve every season. They're going for the quadruple last season. You've lost Mane. You've got Salah who's on his final year.
But you can't hold a club to ransom. You can't say I want this or I'm going.
About you've done that your whole career.
And look how it works for me. No, but like I said, Liverpool have got a structure in place and they've abided by that and they've been successful that way. And they've got a budget that the maximum they will go. And I'm sure they'll make him the highest paid player. I'm sure that they've offered that. But he's probably wanting a lot more. So if he doesn't want to sign it, then what can Liverpool do more really when they've got something in place and they won't really break the bank balance.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens next season. You're talking about them potentially changing formation, going 4-2-3-1.
Well,
I can't see that happening, Jermaine.
I don't know, but it's still a three.
I think that's just crazy.
But you still got three up there. You still got
but it's not the formation that they're used to playing.
But all you're taking out really is having three defensive kind of midfielders with Fabinho, Thiago and Henderson. That's not attacking, is it really? So if you leave Fabinho and Thiago in there, then you throw in front of that Firmino. Mm-hmm. You still got then you three, and then you add in another little added power with Núñez further on. Mm-hmm. So I think it's a good ploy.
To be fair, I mean, I went to watch Liverpool a few games at the end of the season. Liverpool when they played Spurs and then they played Wolves, and I was there for them games, and they were tiring. You could see they were tiring at the end of the season. And towards the end of them games, he did change it and went to almost like a 4-4-2. He brought Firmino on, but Firmino did drop in, and now I'm looking back, I think about maybe it did work. All of a sudden, they did get more control of the ball. They was in charge of it. But I just feel like with Jurgen Klopp, when you play Liverpool, every week they played the same way, and it was relentless. And they would turn up. You know how they're going to play, but you can't stop them. Now all of a sudden you're thinking we're having to tweak things here and there. Man City have brought in Haaland. We're going to see. I think Man City are going to they're going to score 100 goals next season.
Yeah, but see, Man City will play a different way now they've got Haaland.
You think?
They'll play a slight different way, yeah. Because before they had a front five of fluidity of midfielders, by Jesus. So Haaland's not really going to be, he's not that guy who's dropping, 40, 50 yards and spraying the ball and the movement. He's going to be more of a vocal player in the middle. Mm-hmm. So, they will change their style a little bit. Liverpool losing Mane, they will change their style maybe a little bit to fit the new play system. And Jurgen can do that. We'll see. I think it will be a good pre-season test to see a little new formation.
All right, let's go to Lee, who's a Liverpool fan. Lee, good evening. Lee?
Hello.
There he is.
Look, Lee, we're discussing Salah. He's going into his final year. What's your take on it?
My take on it is we should have kept Mane. We should have kept Salah. And the only reason saying that is it would have given us a better opportunity to compete for the Premier League next season. Give them the money they wanted for one season and let them know we're selling them next season.
Yeah, but it don't work, Lee. It don't work like that. A player of their quality, their ilk, they don't sign a one-year deal. If they're going to sign a deal, it's 4 or 5 years. I know,
but that would be my point. Obviously, you give them a two-year contract.
They're not going to sign a 2-year contract, Lee. Players don't sign 2-year contracts when they're some of the best players in the world.
So then this is the way I look at it then is we have to trust in Klopp. There's no ifs or buts. We have to trust in Klopp.
No,
Klopp came. I've waited how many years for him to come. He came, and I even said, we will win the league now, and we did. So...
But you didn't last year.
Now,
you've won it once. You've won it once. And don't get me wrong, amazing, but you've won it once.
We've won it once, but I look at it this way, is Klopp's came in, and we've gone and won everything there now with him. I still want the Premier League. There's no ifs or buts. I want the Premier League again, and I want the Champions League before Klopp leaves.
Lee, not asking for much.
If Salah was,
that's not much.
Lee,
that's not much for what we going to, for. All right, Man City's gone and got Haaland. I would have loved to have Haaland, but we always knew he was not going to go Liverpool. He weren't going Real Madrid yet. So, but remember, I'm sure Haaland's got it in his contract. Is when he's finished there, he's going to Real Madrid, or he can go wherever he wants, and so they won't make it difficult for him.
Lee, if Liverpool lose Salah, whether it's next season, this season, would Liverpool slip the ranks? Would they no longer be fighting City? Would you say Mo Salah is that important?
Who, Salah?
Yeah.
Salah's very important. To me, he's very important. But the thing is, remember, you've got to keep him happy. It's the only way you make a player perform even better on the pitch.
So
him leaving for free next season, I'm not happy about it. But if that's the way it's got to be, so be it. Because at least we know we've got 25 goals plus coming off him. Yeah, so now Klopp will get it right. Obviously, I think we still need to add to the midfield. That's the one, because I think it's either that or he put some trust in Ox.
All right, Lee, brilliant. Lee, brilliant, mate. Brilliant call. Keep them coming in. 03717 223344. Jermaine Rafinha, Chelsea. Looks like it's a done deal. I'm worried for Leeds, I have to say. And people will say, "Oh, what's your problem with Leeds?" I have no problem with Leeds at all. I think they're a brilliant football club.
Massive club.
A massive football club. And I've loved having them in the Premier League because I think they bring a lot to the table. The problem they've got is they've lost Calvin Phillips and Rafinha. Are they going to get relegated next season?
Sitting here right now, answer to that question is yes, because they've lost, like you said, their two best players and in important positions. If within Calvin, how much he would break up the game and give that security, and Rafinha with the amount of goals that he scored and help Leeds. He helped them stay in the league this season just gone. So, and I've not seen any news of them replacements of sorts. So
but who's going to go there now? You just sold your best two players. So if I was looking at, and I'm a top player, wants to play in the Premier League, a big football club, Leeds are a big football club, I'd look at it and go, well, hold on, you've got a manager who is new to the Premier League, got it over the line in the end, but it wasn't pretty. Rafinha basically did that, helped him stay up, and you've sold him. Yeah,
it's going to have to be gems. Literally, did you know about Rafinha before he signed to Leeds?
No,
not really. But and then he came over and he made a great name for himself. So they've got to do that business again. They've got to go get their scouting team on it and get in some hidden gems who we don't really know about, who's going to kind of replace the players that they've lost. But it's difficult.
All right, we'll take your calls on that. Chelsea fans, you happy with Rafinha coming in at the football club? Maybe Sterling as well looks like he's on his way. Is that an upgrade from the players that you've got? Ziyech, Pulisic, Mount. You've got some top players there. Timo Werner. I mean, are you adding players for the sake of it? Centre halves is what you need.